Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Michael Vick, live on VicTube. And today I'm going to be continuing my preview and prediction videos for the 2021 college football season. And today we have the Alabama Crimson Tide. And of course, everyone knows they're the best team, best program in college football, like ever, blah, blah, blah. Nick Saban, Bear Bryant, 18 titles. So anyway, of course, 6 national titles in the last 12 years. Yeah, we know. Okay, so anyway, now Nick Saban, going into his 15th season in Tuscaloosa. So in his first 14 years, of course, he's won. He is 170 and 23. 6 national titles, 7 SEC titles, 8 SEC West titles, the 8 national championship game appearances, 6 college football playoff appearances. 6 of the first 7 4-team playoffs, and but they did miss 1 year in 2019, the only year that they've missed the playoffs. And 14-5 in postseason games, right? So including bowl games and national title games, playoff games. So anyway, so now let's get into and of course last year 13-0, national champions. Had an amazing offense. So, but they do lose a lot of pieces off of that offense. So let's go and talk about some of their key players leaving for the NFL. Of course, they do lose quarterback Mac Jones. It was 311 of 402. That's 77.4%. 4,500 yards, 11.2 yards per attempt, and 41 touchdowns. And running back Najee Harris, 251 attempts, carries, 1,466 yards, 5.8 yards per carry, and 26 touchdowns. And then he was also a great receiver out of the backfield. 28 catches for 43 catches, 425 yards, 9.9 yards per reception, and 4 touchdowns. And then wide receiver Devontae Smith, the 2020 Heisman Trophy winner, 117 receptions for 1,856 yards, 15.9 yards per catch, and 23 touchdowns. And then wide receiver Jalen Waddle, who was wide receiver 1 up until he was injured in Game 5 against Tennessee. Missed the rest of the season. Technically he came back for the national title game, but he wasn't any good. I mean, he was, still, playing hurt. He wasn't anywhere close to 100%. So anyway, he wasn't really a factor in that title game. But anyway, so he had 28 catches, 591 yards, 21.1 yards per catch, and 4 touchdowns. Again, through the first 4 games, right? Injured in the 5th game. And anyway, and then if Jalen Waddle hadn't gone down, then DeVonta Smith wouldn't have won the Heisman. So I guess that really gave, DeVonta Smith his moment after Jalen Waddle got down, and then he went down and he stepped up. So, and then anyway, so yes, now let's flip on over to the defense. They lost 3 starters off of the defense. You have inside linebacker Dylan Moses, 80 tackles, 40 of them were solo, 1.5 sacks, 3 pass deflections, an interception, and a forced fumble. And then cornerback Patrick Surtain, 38 tackles, 22 solo, 12 pass deflections, 1 interception, and 1 fumble recovery. And then defensive tackle Christian Barmore, 37 tackles, 22 solo, 8 sacks, 3 pass deflections, and 3 forced fumbles. Now let's look at some of their key additions. So in the, I just have one. So in the transfer portal, they got Tennessee inside linebacker Henry To'o from Tennessee. And then 2020 for the Vols, he had 76 tackles, 47 solo, 1 sack, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown. So a pick 6. Oh, anyway. And then now, let's see who Alabama has coming back. Of course, their some of their impact players for 2021. Of course, I have I'm usually doing 8. So I'm doing 4 on offense, 4 on defense for each team. Anyway, so we'll begin with quarterback Bryce Young. Of course, he backed up Mac Jones last year, and then, of course, in a lot of garbage time, 4th quarter, right, mop up duty. Of course, he went 13 of 22. That's 59.1%. 156 yards, 7.1 yards per attempt, and 1 touchdown. And then wide receiver John Mechie, the leading returning wide receiver. Last year he had 55 receptions for 916 yards, 16.7 yards per reception, and 6 touchdowns. Yep. And then we also have wide receiver Slade Bolden, the second leading returning receiver. And he had 24 catches for 270 yards, 11.3 yards per reception, and 1 touchdown. Then he saw more playing time in Jalen Waddle's absence. And then running back Brian Robinson, 91 carries for 483 yards, 5.3 yards per carry, and 6 touchdowns. And then inside linebacker Christian Harris, 91 tackles, 52 solo, 4.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, and interception. Defensive tackle Fedarian Mathis, 31 tackles, 16 of them solo, 1.5 sacks, 3 pass deflections, and a forced fumble. Safety Daniel Wright, 60 tackles, 43 solo, 3 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. So a pick 6. And he is the so it's kind of struggling with who to put here, what defensive back. So they had 3 safeties with similar numbers. So they had Jordan Battle, DeMarco Helms, and Daniel Wright, but both had very similar numbers. Wright had the most solo tackles out of the group, but not the most total tackles, and he also is the most experienced of the group. He's a 5th-year senior, so that's why I decided to go with Wright. And then outside linebacker / defensive end Will Anderson, 52 tackles, 33 solo, 7 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Right? He's their leading returning sacker. So anyway, now let's move on to their schedules. So anyway, we'll wrap up last year. Of course, 13-0, national champions. Of course, they had the shootout with Ole Miss early in the season, right? Game 4. Of course, they ended up winning 63-48, but an absolute shootout. I mean, for the first, 3.5 quarters, Bama did pull away. At the end, though, he gave up 48 points. Very embarrassing. Yeah, definitely not up to Alabama standards. So anyway, so their defense really hadn't been very good up to this point. And of course, it was the in the second half, I mean the first half against Georgia, Stetson Bennett lit them up, and it was really in that second half that the defense, really, came into form, that the lights seemed to come on for their defense, and they shut us out in the second half after we were up 24-0 at halftime. So anyway, and then it was Tennessee. That's where Jalen Waddle was injured. Devontae Smith stepped up, went on to win the Heisman. Now let's keep on going. Whereas they steamrolled through the rest of their schedule to get to the SEC championship against Florida. Yeah, and they beat Florida in a shootout, 52-46. And then, of course, they destroyed Notre Dame in their playoff semifinal. Right, the whatever bowl was this? Yeah, the Sugar Bowl, and then clobbered Ohio State 52-24 in the national title game. And then, so now let's get into their schedule for this year. So they start out week 1. Neutral site game in Atlanta versus Miami. And I do have Bama winning. I think that Miami is a good team, but they're not really good enough to stack up with Alabama. So I'm going to think it'll be, close for a while, or I think it will be close at halftime, right? But I think Bama will pull away in the second half, fourth quarter. So anyway, and then next week 2, come home. Your first home game against Mercer, and FCS team. You'll win by 50. Let's see, and then go on the road to play at Florida. Of course, Florida is going to be taking a step back this year, with everything that they're losing on offense. So, Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts, Kadarius Toney. So, anyway, so that'll be a win. And then we got come back home to play Southern Miss. That's a win. Yeah, that's an easy win. Yeah, no reason why that game should even be close. Let's see, And then next, you play Ole Miss. You finally get your first SEC home game. And then Ole Miss, of course, last year, great game. Last year, you know, hopefully we can get a little more defense this time. But I do think that Ole Miss will have a really good offense, but I don't expect their defense to really be any good. But anyways, this is a revenge game, so I think y'all will beat them. And then next, you're next at Texas A&M. Yep, and then here is where I have the Gumps taking their first loss. And yeah, let's see, it's going to be you have to play at Texas A&M. Yep, at Kyle Field. Yep, in front of 100,000. You know that Texas A&M is a good team. Yeah, they've recruited well over the past few cycles. I know that my mom Jimbo said he's gonna kick Saban's ass, and yeah, I'm gonna say that he does pull it off, and A&M pulls off the upset. Yeah, I think that Alabama loses one game. I think it's going to be either this A&M game or Ole Miss, and I have A&M winning this one. So, and then next you're at Mississippi State. That's a win. He can take some of that anger out on Mississippi State. And then next you got Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee's terrible. You know, half their team is leaving. So, yeah. And then that takes you in your bye week. Come out of your bye week, you host LSU. Yeah, I think that's a win. And then New Mexico State. Again, New Mexico State, they should absolutely annihilate them. Yeah, Arkansas. Again, yeah, this game will be a massacre. And then, you know that Nick Saban has never lost to Arkansas for as long as he's been at Alabama. I don't see that changing. And then you have at Auburn, you have the Iron Bowl. You know, you should my mom watch out for this game. It's the Iron Bowl. You're playing at Jordan-Hare, but I don't think that Auburn is not going to be very good this year. So I have that as a win. So anyway, yeah, and then so I do have Alabama going 11-1 and winning the West, and then I do have them facing Georgia in the SEC championship in Atlanta. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll make conference championship predictions later. Yeah, I'm not going to pick this game right now. So anyway, yes, that's it. That's my 2021 Alabama preview and prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.